The team which really does dominate synchronized swimming, Russia, reigning Olympic champions. They've won all the golds at every Olympic Games since 2000. And this team, including Natalia Ishchenko and Svetlana Romashina, who took gold in the duets 2 days ago.
Their eyes will be open underneath the water, so they get that line absolutely perfect. Now look at the height they're going to get here. Wow, it never ceases to amaze me. And their thrust, fantastic. Great lines. Into the bent knee arch position, beautifully controlled, the three spins, fantastic vertical lines, and they make it look effortless, and that's why they are the best in the world. Absolutely brilliant. Wow, incredibly difficult routine. The technical parts of the routine, perfect.
About 15 years ago, early 2000s, British cycling hires this guy named Dave Brailsford. And at that point, for the last 100 years, British cycling had been incredibly mediocre. They had won a single gold medal back in 1908. They had never won a Tour de France, which is the premium race in cycling, the premier race. And so they hired this guy named Dave Brailsford to change that. So they brought Brailsford in, and they said, "What's your plan for changing this?" And he said, "Well, I believe in this philosophy that I call the aggregation of marginal gains." The way that he described it is the 1% improvement in nearly everything that you do. So they started with a bunch of things that you would expect a cycling team to start with. So for example, they put slightly lighter tires on the bike. They got a more ergonomic seat for the riders to sit on. They had their outdoor riders wear indoor racing suits because they were lighter and more aerodynamic. They had each rider wear a biofeedback sensor so they could see how they would respond to training and then adjust it appropriately for the person. But then they did a bunch of things you wouldn't expect a cycling team to do. So they split tested different types of massage gels to see which one led to the best type of muscle recovery. They also figured out the type of pillow that led to the best night's sleep for each rider and then brought that on the road with them to hotels whenever they were competing. And Brailsford said, if we can actually do this, right, if we can execute all these little 1% improvements, then I think we can win a Tour de France within 5 years. He ended up being wrong. They won it in 2 years, and then they repeated again the third year with a different rider. And then after a 1 year break, they won 2 more. So they've won 4 out of the last 5 now, have gone to British cyclists. But it was at the Olympics in London in 2012 when this kind of strategy really came to fruition. They won 70% of the gold medals available.
It'll be better for the experience. The gold medal right-off, Great Britain versus France. The world record holders, Great Britain in the back straight. Well, what a showdown this promises to be. on the inside of the track, which he is. Sorrow should be the second rider, which he is, and Almeida, the anchor. They recorded 42.991, but the new world record 42.747 by Great Britain.
What a moment for young Philip Hines here.
German-born Philip Hines against the power of Gregory Bourget, who got a flying start for France. Can they stay in contact, both Sorrow and Almeida?
Sorrow's lost a little bit of touch here.
So a mistake by France in the first change. Britain slightly up. Can they bring it home? It's very close. France 0.005 of a second down. It'll be Almeida against Chris Hoy, the 36-year-old Chris Hoy, going for a 5th Olympic gold medal. And it's neck and neck. The Brits in front by 0.277 a second. The British in front, and it's Chris Hoy down the back straight. Can he create history on the boards at the Olympic Velodrome? It's Chris Hoy aiming for a 5th gold medal, and Britain have won a new world record, 42.6 seconds. And Chris Hoy adds to the legend. 3 gold medals in Beijing, 1 in Athens, and 1 to start a glorious night for Great Britain on the opening day of competition at the Olympic Velodrome.
Well, pandemonium in the Velodrome, and a brilliant, brilliant performance.
And here they are. Well, he's gone past Marcus Hurley over a century ago as the greatest gold medal winning cyclist in Olympic history. 5 gold medals, an exceptional performance, a day after Bradley Wiggins broke Sir Steve Redgrave's record of 7. Now a level on 6, but he's gone to 7, and Kieran in particular will be a formidable rider. The royalty look on with Prince Harry next to his brother.
Welcome back to the World Arena in Colorado Springs, everybody. I'm George Michael with Tuff Edom and Justin McKee. That's Chris Shivers. He's the man of the hour. Truly the man of the hour. 24-year-old bull rider, Jonesville, Louisiana. He leads the overall PBR point standings and sometimes make riding bulls look just so easy.
Tell you what, George, they're both champions, but I'm going to take the welterweight champ today. Shivers is going to take him to the bank.
Now, he is just moments away from his chance to earn $1 million and step into bull riding history.
Chris is the kind of guy that when his heart and mind is in it, there's not a bull in the world can throw him off.
When you see him ride a 2,000-pound bull, it's really exciting, and the fans love him.
I think he looks as good on a bull as any bull rider I've ever seen in my life. We're just at the tip of what Chris Shivers can do.
Success is a never-ending deal. Being a world champion in 2000 is not good enough. I want to be the world champion this year and then the next year after that.
There's the man, Chris Shivers. Real quick, into the arena I want to go to the bullfighter who knows the bull rider and the bullfighter. He knows the bull. Rob Smith, Chris Shivers ride, little yellow jacket. McKee.
I got to go with Chris Shivers. I've been hot and cold, but I tell you what, when I came in here, I didn't think he was going to ride him, but being around him this weekend, listening to him, watching him, he's going to ride him.
It's $1 million. He's trying to get the bull to get off of the gate. He doesn't want to give the bull any advantage. He's leaned forward enough that he knows he's ready. He always forgets. He hit his head. He cannot. Chris Shivers hit his head on little yellow jacket. Dan, I hope you've got better the news than what Chris Shivers just got.
Okay, it's 10-7. All right, guys, come on. Let's go. You ready? I'm going to sit in the snow-covered bench. Holy smokes! Yes! 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 I'm wall-to-wall raccoons. You ready? Let's go. You ready? Wait, let's sit down. Wait. Okay. Wait. Here. Take them.
Voici Gary Hart! Quel saut de la part de Gary Hart! Quel saut de la part du Britannique!
This massive tidal turbine is about to be activated so it can start supplying power to thousands of homes in the United Kingdom. The idea of harnessing power from oceans and tides isn't exactly new. He says the O2 can generate enough clean energy to power around 2,000 homes. So let's look at how it works. The main tube structure floats on the surface and is moored by an anchoring system. Inside that, you'll find most of the electrical equipment. At the end of those legs I mentioned earlier are the rotors, which are pushed by the force of the tides to generate power. And the blades can be reversed in pitch in between tide cycles. That means they can generate power whichever way the tide is moving. The produced power is sent through massive cables back to shore and into the grid. So let's talk about the advantages of using tidal streams to generate electricity. Tides are packed with tons of potential energy. Some tidal streams are as much as 40 or 50 meters deep.
Seawater is over 800 times the density of air. So, moving water at 4 meters a second is massively energy dense.
And because there's so much energy in such a small space, that's why the turbine blades can be so much smaller than the ones you'd find on a typical wind turbine.
Reception out, and a formidable serving there. Pull off an ace or something special from the service line. We know she's capable of it. These are the moments when it's good to deliver. Oh, and she has delivered. That's a bounding serve.